Nice little project. Gotta take the rear fender off the Harley. Noticed lights weren't working in the back, and there's actually a chewed up wire on the bottom here. First thing to do is take off the bolts that hold the fender on. I'll release the cable here that holds the rear wire harness, and that should make it okay to take it off. Progress has been made. The rear fender is off. Time to get to work on the wires. Part number is 69486-06B, just in case anybody's looking for this part. So this bike is about 13 years old now, and what happened is the adhesive in the back, whatever they used back here, failed, causing it to collapse a little bit under the fender, rubbing the tire and causing all kinds of funny business in the back end. Here's the wiring harness. You can see everything that happened to it, where the tire was rubbing on it. Time to replace once I get that part. Okay, so the wiring harness came in. It's time to stick it on this fender I got rigged up here that I cleaned off. Cleaned off the inside so I can get a good backing on it, and hopefully this will work out the way I want it. First thing to do is remove the taillight. So that's these two screws here, one on this side, one on that side, and behind there is the place to put the harness. The rear wiring harness looks really nice. As you can see, all the plastic is clean. It comes with an adhesive backing that you peel off. First, I'm gonna route it and then peel it off. So the wiring harness, the tag side goes behind there. This goes into that hole there, which then will go into that right there. We'll have it mated up soon. Just to show you, so this goes on this side, goes to that tab there. This will connect down here into the main wiring harness. You still have to peel off the backing. You'll go in through here, kind of kink around and into the main terminal there. And this will cinch back up. That's how it's routed under there. I'm also going to put some caulking, some seal, I think along the edge of that to keep it from dragging down again once it's older, and hopefully that'll help extend the life of this wire harness. See, this might be overkill, but I'm trying to prevent this from happening again, so I'm going to end up using this quick seal just to kind of go around it to prevent it from falling down. The OEM one lasted around 10 years, considering this one's a 2011, so maybe 12 years. So this is just you know, a little bit of overkill here. So okay, there it is. It's kind of what it looked like. I'm not a professional on the seal, but it won't be seen from the bottom, and they'll let it hold up more than the 12 years that it held up the first time. So I think it's all right. So I caked a little more of it on. I don't know if you can see that. But if it ever gets messed up again, it's going to be really hard to take off, right? It's 1 a.m. after work in the garage. Time to put the fender on. The plan is to get this fender hook it up to the fender stay bolts, which are these ones right here, these two, and those other two. The fender is now on the bike, loosely fitted. You can see those are the fender stays. Put the engine control module back on, and your wiring might be a little different than mine. I have a pin connector here to turn the turn signals into a running light, but that is the wiring. While I have it all loose fitted, test out the lights. You can see I now have a running light and signals. Let's try the turn signal. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Right turn signal. Not too bad. Let me button her up and we'll see what this is all about. So now it's time to put these on. I'm gonna snug them for now. Okay, now that I have all the fender stay bolts on, there's a process torque to it. So initially I'm gonna torque it to 32 foot-pounds. I think the spec says 30 to 35, and then after it says 38 to 42. So you loosen it and then put it back up to 42 maximum foot-pounds. Let's do it. 2:30 a.m. It's back to its initial setup. Small saddlebag, backrest, and lights that work.